Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be breaking down the trailer for episode 7 of Superman and Lois. Unfortunately, we're getting so close to the end, I can't fucking take it. We're almost just a handful of episodes and then this show will be over and an official era of the CW will be gone. And the CW will fade into the distance. It's a shell of what it used to be and everything. But won't get into that mess. So I just want to talk to you about the trailer that's coming up. Gonna break it down for you frame by frame, just kind of talk about some different things that are going on in this episode and just how I think this show could end. I've kind of mentioned it in a couple of different videos and just kind of break it down and talk about it with you guys and everything. But with this first frame, now this first frame I think is from the first episode. We see Superman in his original costume and we got that bit from the first episode where he saves that kid and he comments on the suit and says, "Thank you, my mom made it," which I thought was funny. But so I don't know if we're going to have some flashbacks. Probably so, because with the direction that they're taking Clark's character and with the more or less diminishing of his powers, they're kind of fading away. He's becoming more human. And I think you're going to have some times where he's going to be reminiscing on when he was at full strength, when he was first starting up this, taking up the mantle of Superman and starting to save people. So I think he's going to be reflecting back on that. And just the fact with the kind of revelation that people are more aware, if not 100%, they know that Clark is Superman. Just judging on how Lois reacted and how certain people saw when Superman was dropped to Earth by Doomsday and how Lois broke down, the boys broke down, and just how they had such an emotional reaction to this fallen hero. It kind of put it together that this is not just somebody, this is their family, this is their loved one. So people are kind of putting that together and they're kind of, I think, going to try to undo that, try to sow some doubt into people's minds where this, maybe it's not how it all seems. Because we get this next scene where Lois is talking to the boys about how their dad's been keeping the secret his entire life, about who he really is, where he's from, the things that he can do, and not only that, after he took up the mantle of Superman, how he had to lead this double life. And so they just are really, I think, going to knuckle down this episode about how can they make this right? How can they make people start doubting what they saw, what they believe, and just kind of get that secret tucked back to where it should be? Because we get this next frame too, just Superman, or Clark, if you will, in this diner and just realizing that people are just looking at him differently because they think that they know something that they shouldn't, obviously, but they just think that they do, and he's taking notice to this. He's realizing people are looking at me very differently, and they're realizing that, things are not what they seem with me. So it should be very interesting how they approach that, how they're going to kind of reverse that knowledge that people have. Because we get another shot of him in his regular Superman suits, ripping up his shirt, taking off. And then we get a shot of Clark here. He's in this convenience store, what have you. Then we have this woman that was in the premiere where she saw Clark being dropped down in the streets and how Lois and Jonathan and Jordan all reacted to it. And her kind of putting the pieces together that this is someone they care about. So she's kind of realized that Superman is Clark, Clark is Superman, and what have you. And she tells the boys that she's not going to tell anybody, and she's going to keep their secret, and she promises not to tell anybody and what have you. But I think they're trying to, like I mentioned, trying to put that doubt in people's minds, trying to plant that seed that this is not what you thought, I'm not who you thought. In this trailer, she says, "How'd you get back so quick?" or something. And that it's like, I was out in the parking lot, and she sees what appears to be Superman on the screen. So I wonder if this is the episode where we're going to get the boys in their new suits, if they're going to get their own suits in this, or if they're going to kind of save that for the finale. I could see that being a possibility too, but they're going to try to plant this out there to where it looks like Superman is a completely different person, Clark has nothing to do with it, and they're just kind of put that doubt in people's minds. And just with that too, with the realization that they have to do something about this, they have to make people think that he's not Superman, it's just becoming more and more relevant, I guess, or just more and more to the forefront or what have you of Clark's everyday thinking that he is in fact probably becoming more human. He's not as strong as he used to be. He can't bounce back from beatings like he got in the last episode with Lex. It took him quite a minute to kind of heal up from that, saying how he'll be better when the sun comes up, when he gets direct sunlight. And that's not always been the case for him. He usually heals up right away if he's even gets hurt at all. So this is just, I think, them trying to start to cover the tracks that he is Superman. And all the while trying to protect him too, because he is becoming a little bit more vulnerable than he used to be. So they have to put that out there to make people realize this is not what it seems. He's not Superman. He's not got any abilities or anything like that, just in case something were to happen where he could actually get hurt. So they're trying to just put that out there and just kind of put it in people's minds so they don't try to test this theory or anything. And how Clark is just trying to get people to realize things are normal. We need to get life back to normal, how this secret needs to be back under wraps. And then we get this next frame where we have Jordan and Jonathan, and Jordan's just like, nothing about this is normal. And that's just kind of the argument they're going with, how they're going to try to get this secret back under wraps, or what they have to do to make this happen. Because all while this is going on, I'm sure Lex is planning his revenge, and just what's going to happen with this, how they're going to continue to try to bury the secret or rebury the secret, all while trying to probably get Jordan and Jonathan ready for any kind of fight or any kind of showdown with Lex, or just what happens. They're probably still very nervous that Doomsday could come back, but it kind of makes me, I don't know, a little bit worried, because they made it too easy for Lois to convince that thing to go away. I mean, he could come back at any moment, having some moment of doubt or some moment of rage or something to make him come back and want to confront everybody. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, because we do have a few episodes left. We're getting a little bit closer to the end. It's almost over, but I'm going to try and enjoy every minute of it, because this is it. This is the end of the superhero era on CW. And I don't know how long, if ever, they will try to bring some of this back, or what they'll try to do, because a lot of the actors involved in all these different shows have kind of made it clear, yeah, they're done, but they're willing to come back given the right circumstances. So I would love, like a TV movie maybe, to bring all these characters back, some final big threat or something. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the breakdown, you enjoyed my thoughts about Superman and Lois, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. So take care. Bye.